This is Cynthia Robinson. I have put previous videos about remote neural monitoring on YouTube. This is some implants that are found in me. Well, the neurosurgeon in Greenwood LaFleur Hospital, he did not put anything about this in his report. Okay, I've been hurting on my spine. This all started in DeSoto County Sheriff's Department. Dr. Thompson, Chad Wicker, Craig Sheely, Chris Sheely, Bill Roscoe, Ricky, Ryan, and Johnny. They're all have some equipment in Hernando, Mississippi that they're abusing. Dr. Thompson, after they all raped me, I was moved back in the jail, held down, and I was given injections, okay, of chips, and showed computer equipment that these chips were placed into me and said using high frequencies and heat, and they were going to make lines in me and take this equipment out to all the hospitals in Mississippi. Greenwood LaFleur Hospital, Washington, Coahoma County's a big one. Dr. Renfro, Dr. Denali. Watch injections, watch these speculums. They are putting stuff in people and building lines, okay, using frequencies. Then you got a few people leaving out of the courtroom, these Mississippi electronic courtrooms, and turning equipment up and using it illegally for doctors and getting paid under the table money. Okay, I know a lot of stuff. Don't trust your reports. You're getting read by radiologists. They're being paid. Senator Wicker wanted me raped so he could watch, and those people I previously told you raped me, and then he said I was going to be used for research and sold overseas. So we have foreigners coming through our equipment here in DeSoto County, and they're turning it up on me and allowing people to come through and research, including Mississippi hospitals. This equipment has went into Mississippi hospitals, and if you're giving injections, these chips are going in, and they can use frequencies on your body to build lines. Like I said, this is a line. I just went to attorney in Clarksdale, Daniel Skorinsky at Swan in Clarksdale. Anyway, this attorney said he didn't see any of this. He's seen this line. He sees a plunger and a needle up top. Okay, these are numbers right here at the bottom, which I don't know if you can see. This is, he said, was a button and a zipper. I had no clothes on this table. This was just a myelogram. There was just a needle, and this doctor, he took 5 extra needles and hit me in the spine. And is Michael Coe at Greenwood LaFleur. Like I said, he took these needles, he left them in me, hurt me, hit nerves, and then pulled them out. And when he did these CT scans, he didn't put anything about all this he was seeing in me. Okay, well, I can't find an attorney because Dr. Craig Clark, he was my neurosurgeon, and Dr. Frothingham, they both fired me. And these were my doctors after they looked at the disc, but Craig Clark said everything looked great. Frothingham said everything looked great, but they fired me, and Frothingham sent me a letter in the mail saying that he didn't believe in this, that Jim Hood and Senator Wicker were not going to let me off this equipment, but they brought it all into Rouville Hospital, and they also have brought some stuff into Bolivar, and these owners of these hospitals are allowing this. This is corporate, big time. They're feeling like they're going to make money off bringing syringes and things like that in and chipping people in surgeries. In Mississippi, this is dangerous. Okay, I know nurses are seeing this now, and they cannot believe this is going on in Mississippi, and Senator Wicker is allowing this. I'm on 24/7 surveillance with 24/7 harassment, and it's horrible. I feel my cochlear moving. I have MRIs that show that show this stuff inside of me, and the radiologists are not putting anything about it in their reports. And why? Because they're being paid, or they're told they can't. So look at your own disc. And remember this, if you're hurting back there, look at your own disc. But I'm going to show you, I've been smelling chemicals, and Dr. Thompson in DeSoto County Sheriff's Department said that he would run chemicals through this magnetic field mask they've made on me. I can't find a radiologist that I would pay to help me open this up and help me get this stuff found that is hurting me, and they're putting heat and radiation. Like I said, narcotics in Mississippi are allowed to use this equipment. They can run radiation through your body. They gave them this electronic equipment. Look at this. This looks like a face mask built on. You see glasses. This is a tube running down. This is all of my myogram. This Michael Coe did not put anything. This is something right here in me. This is my name at the top, like I'm not lying to you. This is everything, the date, Greenwood Floor Hospital. Okay, there's no way. I'm needing some help. My number is 662-588-3235. Anybody knows a doctor or would like to see this disc and could help me, please. I'm trying to find some. There's something else up top on this disc right here. I don't know what that is. I could show you the needle that broke off in me, though, and he was sticking all these needles in me, which he was not supposed to be doing. Right here. You can see a needle right here and right here. Okay, this is what broke off in me. And the doctor, like I said, I'm having problems trying to find an attorney. Nobody wants to take my case. And this attorney in Clarksdale went over this disc with me. And he just said he didn't see anything wrong with it. And I could tell he was paid. Like I said, it was at the Chapman office down there. It was Daniel Swartz. I can't even say his name, but anyway, he just did not care that this was in me. He said he had sent my disc to his doctor friend, which I did not even give him permission to, and they didn't see anything. But he said he sees a zipper. Okay, well, that is a man-made zipper, and Dr. Thompson said, using this computer and the chips in me, I was held down, April Box, Dr. Thompson, Chad Wicker, Craig Shelley, they all gave me an injection as I was held down. And he said he was going to use chemicals to make a man-made zipper over these numbers, as the patent numbers, that I was held down and lasered and burned in here, okay, to make these numbers. And the dye went down through here and filled these in. That's why you can see it. But that zipper, who wears their pants to the back? I was naked on the table, okay? And the attorney told me this is a button. That's not a damn button. That's some kind of, I don't know what it is. But this line, you can see right here. What is this? He tried to tell me that was just a plunger. I mean, you could tell this attorney was paid. And I'm sitting here dying with this stuff in me and hurting, and I feel vibrations. And it's horrible that I'm going to more doctors. They're saying they don't see anything. Dr. Hadidi in Clarksdale. I'm being electronically raped every day, every night, 24/7. Denali did a pap smear. He said he don't see anything wrong down there. But I know there's something down there in my female organ, somewhere in that area. But I'm placing this on YouTube for people to be careful. Don't trust radiologists to read your reports. This is in me, and I had to, Dr. Frothingham mail me my disc. And you can also see clips. They see this thing's turning in my spine because it was put in me in the jail in DeSoto County Sheriff's Department. Well, Craig Clark and Michael Coe, like I said, in Greenwood Floor, and Frothingham, neurosurgeons. This is research. But they place clips down my spine because there's something turning in my spine to build this stuff. It turns up the electricity in the body. And anyway, these clips were built. I felt like I was blowing fire. I was burned so bad. It was like it made my whole body swell when they was putting these chemicals in to make these things to go in me. And I can't get any help in Mississippi. I have crossed over to Tennessee. I went to Dr. Syed. He wouldn't even open the disc. It's like on this 24/7 surveillance, they know where I'm going right here at DeSoto County. And they tell these doctors, oh, here she comes. Dr. Syed, he's a neurologist. He wouldn't even open my disc. And I told him my feet are going numb, my hands are going numb. I have a needle broke off in my spine. He wouldn't even open the disc. And he referred me to another neurosurgeon. I'm going to Sims Murphy Clinic. And I don't know if this neurosurgeon is going to help me or not. We'll see. I'm starting to record everything now. And I know this is in here. I'm a registered nurse. Surrendered my nursing license in 2009. But I'm still an LPN with active license. But anyway, all they try to do is put mental evaluations on me to block this from coming out and want me in prison at DeSoto County Sheriff's Department. They've even changed the face up on my identity and trying to now give me some other female's possession charges and act like I'm a 5-time felon. I have no felonies, and they did give me a felony of this other female's. It's her picture, and they're just up to no good. They're trying to get me put me in prison. So I need people to look at this and spread the word that Cynthia Robinson is innocent, and they're trying to put an innocent woman in prison to block all this from coming out. I'm having chemicals to come into my body through this face mask looking thing they've built. Anybody that knows a good physicist, anybody that knows anything about computers, when I Wi-Fi, I'm having all kinds of different extensions and things like that to come through my phone. This phone is tapped, and it is a connection to this satellite equipment they have me hooked to. And like I said, Senator Wicker has sold me overseas, and Lieutenant Governor Bryant here, and the governor knows all about this. I have the state, Jim Hood, I was right there, but I can't even get an investigation. All this has been in me since 2014, May of 2014. I was moved out of jail. So all this has been going on, and I can't get a state investigation. They gave me Tanya Mangus, a female that has never investigated a rape case in her life. And when I went down there, they couldn't even find who she was. They assigned me somebody in Columbus, Mississippi. Jim Hood has done nothing to me but rape me and kept me on equipment, and they're moving me around to 5 different states. There's 5 senators involved with this, and they keep moving me around, so if people hear me, they can move me to a different frequency, different channel. Melinda Kidder of Missouri, she's the one that did my frequency scan, found frequencies coming from Mississippi, Tennessee Valley, 165.665. That's a frequency number. And anyway, there's a lot of stuff. Dr. Stanager is the one that sent me the report on the different frequencies coming to my body from Russia, Morocco, India, Japan, Afghanistan, Mississippi, and Tennessee Valley. So Dr. Thompson has he's taken me to, I know, the Med, and the medical director there over the Tennessee University. I heard his voice. He was supposed to see my mother. They found a line in my mother in her cul-de-sac. She's supposed to have surgery, and it's a pouch there where a line has been tucked in there, made by Dr. Thompson's wife, Elaine Thompson. And she's part of this, and they have this equipment in their house, using it illegally. And people are getting chipped in this jail. But Dr. Thompson and his little wife, they're doing stuff illegally, along with this narcotics here in DeSoto County. Craig and Chris Shealy, they've been caught. I'm going to the DA, Susan Guerrieri, to show where they changed a remanded charge. Changed it. Craig Shealy told me after he raped me he would do it. And he changed remanded charge. Okay, you can tell it's different from what the judge said, Judge Chatham. Okay, well, I have taken this to the Mississippi feds. They still have not come in and proving to them that there is a change charge in that courtroom. They have not come. So when I talked to Kim Duffy, an attorney, she told me when the judge sees it that he will call in the feds. Well, I had my attorney, Boyd Atkinson, to file an amendment. And I talked to Susan Guerrieri and told her that this was a change charge in there, and someone should call the Fed. She's the district attorney. So I'm hoping as soon as this is signed, they're calling in the Feds. Why would they allow somebody to change my charge where Angela Huck come at me with 9 years? I almost went to prison for 9 years over a changed charge. And nobody's doing anything like calling in the Feds here. So I'm going to call Washington to see if I can get some help, because I'm trying to prove these people have allowed Chad Wicker to change up my identity in that jail, trying to give me other people's charges, which worked, because one charge, the one that got remanded, was not my charge. It was in another female's face, and they still give it to me. And I was indicted on it. You see the lengths they're going through to put me in prison. But I'm hoping Susan Guerry is a good district attorney and sees through everything. She's taken over the case now. I'm on probation, MDOC probation. Doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is sad, but the lengths they're going to try to get me in prison. I'm not saying Susan is. I've got a letter wrote out to what that jail did to me, what they did to me after they raped me, and keeping me on equipment. Be careful with your Mississippi electronic equipment. Craig Shealy said that all the courtrooms can hear you in Mississippi that has electronic equipment. You're coming through because when we put these turbines in you, you'll be heard. But they'll have to put on the headphones and know the frequencies that you're on. But when I turn my equipment up in that courtroom, that's going to turn up the turbines in your neck. And I can choke you, burn you on this equipment that Dr. Thompson's brought in from a vendor and going to make us a lot of money because I like to gamble. This is what Craig Shealy. And he said, I'll change your remanded charge and send you to prison for years and have you moved off Judge Chamberlain, the drug court judge, to Judge Chatham and bring up your charges. And I'll make sure any and every attorney you get is paid good and listens to me. So this is Craig Shealy, the one over DeSoto County Drug Court, okay? Still has not been fired. He's still over the drug courts. We got a maniac over Panola County and DeSoto County Drug Court. And he said that Judge McClure uses the equipment to put over every addict's house. And then in Judge Chamberlain's drug court, they put this over every addict's head. So guess what? Now they've drug overseas in here. And these people can start, this Dr. Thompson can put these chips in and turn these frequencies up, and working with Craig Shealy and narcotics. Narcotics supplies the radiation. Some reason they give them this damn equipment to radiate your drugs to see what it is. Does that really tell us what drug you're using? No. Why do they get this kind of power in Mississippi? Because Senator Wicker said it's fine. They can have it. So look at your electronic facilities and you'll know if you're being hurt. Remote neural monitoring is coming from these places, these jails. You've got officers and they're messing with you. They're watching you 24/7 on surveillance that they have hooked you into. They only know about it. It's only certain ones, okay? But like I said, mine raped me. I know who they are. Then they try to change a charge to put me in prison right here in DeSoto County. And let's hope I've got a good district attorney that takes this letter, that sees through everything they have done to me and can help get me justice. I want these men fired for what they've done. So I am putting this on for people to see, because I am going to doctors now, different attorneys, and they're saying they don't see this. They don't see this. I was naked on a table, okay, having a mammogram done. Then they took me and did scans. This should not be in me. And there's something else that I'll show you. This is like a face mask, okay. There's lots of stuff. I'm not a radiologist. I'm just a nurse, okay. But these are numbers. I'm marked, and they lasered me in DeSoto County Sheriff's Department. And the things Mississippi's willing to do to cover this up. You think if they killed me and choked me right now, they would pay a coroner to cover this up. That's why I'm trying to get the word out and people to see. Do not trust your doctor. If you're going to your doctor and telling him all this, and you get scans done, I don't care if you have the best doctor and you've been knowing him. Get your own reports, put on a disc, look at them yourself. Because these people get paid big money for this research. And there's something right here put in me. You can see it's like a dielectric wire. There's a wire running in here. You can see it better on another. There's some wires right there running down. There's something right there. I wish I had my radiology degree. I'm just a nurse, but I know when something is not supposed to be in there, and it is not. This is not supposed to be in me. And these once stuff like this place, see the radiation when I close my eyes. I've been to an eye doctor. She took pictures of my retina. Dr. Graves here in Memphis, Tennessee. I went to her and I gave her a copy of this disc. It was like she was seeing something in the back of my eye, which when I close my eyes, it's like being stuck in a TV. It's like radiation. I don't know how to explain it. My eyes glow. They reflect colors, whatever I'm holding in front of my eyes. A big lens, you can see it. Well, this Dr. Graves, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear from her, but she hasn't called or anything. I give her a copy of this disc. Also, on my MRI, you can see a big white translucent area in my head, and it looks like it's got like a bug in the center of it. My head is tapped. So I turned in this MRI and this to her, and of my head and this. I'm waiting. Every doctor I go to is like they're turning their backs to me. Why? Because these numbers were lasered in me in a jail. This is not where they think, they're saying Russia's doing this, but this is right here in DeSoto County Sheriff's Department. And doctors here in Mississippi have researched, and then it crossed over in Tennessee, and some doctors there. I know one, that medical director at the Med, and I heard his voice. And look, my mother, she was getting her scan of her, it was a CT of the abdomen with contrast. The lady squirted the dye in her hair, and after she talked to the radiologist there, so we knew they were trying to cover up what she had in her. So her regular Dr. Clark, he's a doctor at Cleveland Clinic, wonderful. He ordered the same procedure, CT of the abdomen with dye. We got it done. And they seen something in there. Now she's going to a doctor in Jackson. It's Dr. God, what's his name? Anyway, he's going to take her to surgery and see if we can't get this out. And it looks like some type of line. She has loud sizzling to her ears. And anyway, hopefully we'll get this pulled. Now we see Dr. Cobb. I seen Dr. Cobb in Missouri. No, in where is she? Atlanta, Georgia. Dr. Cobb there. And I gave her a disc. She didn't look at it in front of me. But anyway, I'm taking this disc everywhere I can take it. Just don't always trust your doctors. Get stuff looked at. Look at it yourself. And this is going on YouTube. Anybody that knows a doctor that's willing to read this for me and see this, or attorney that can do something, my number is 662-588-3235. I have all types of frequencies coming to my body. My phone's picking up. I don't know anything about computers. I don't know anything about frequencies, how we could trace this right up to that jail. I mean, I've got the frequencies. I need some help, physicist, medical physicist, anybody that knows anything how to help me with this. A doctor that's willing. If we can get this case open, I will pay $1 billion. They can have all the money. Help me get this found and get this out of me. I know who done this. I know who's doing this to people all around us here in Mississippi and Tennessee. And it's just going to get really bad because these doctors are getting away with it. And the Sheriff's Department here in Hernando is, I'm trying to bring this out because this has to be stopped. And I think they're going and doing this to a lot of other people and getting away with it. And what they do is pay other officers, I went to the airport on the 28th of September and bought a plane ticket just to go through that equipment to see if it would pick up on this here at Memphis Airport. I went in that telephone booth looking thing, took pictures, but guess what? I was going to be able to fly with all this equipment on me and turbines turning. But I did see 3 officers and an FBI agent pull up in the front of the building because I know they should be able to pick up on these frequencies. But I did go to Memphis Airport, and it's sad to say when I went through that booth, I was going to be able to fly. And that plane to Washington, D.C. could have possibly went down because we had a Marine plane back in July in Greenwood area that went down that I could hear the frequencies. They're saying you're hooked to radar, we can hear you, we can hear you. I had an AM radio and they were coming through. Something about this equipment in me is being used for the, they can talk to me through this line. It's something, it's tied in my nerves, but people can hear me coming through their equipment. Anyway, those Marines started saying, Mayday, Mayday. I heard Craig Shealy and Chad Wicker saying, and narcotics, some guys, I think it was Ryan and Ricky saying, let's take them down, turn the equipment up, and Greenwood, turn y'all's equipment up. They had that neurosurgeon Craig Clark, Michael Coe, they was turning that equipment up, and that damn plane started saying, Mayday, Mayday, we're going down, we're going down. Look, they shook that plane out the sky and it crashed, and I was in that area. Okay, 16 Marines died, and I feel like it's my fault. But these people don't want anybody to come in. Now, they have not found the black box yet. Senator Wicker, he didn't put people to guard this plane. He said people were stealing stuff, but I heard Chad Wicker say, narcotics, y'all get down there and find that box. Jim Hood don't want this coming out. Senator Wicker does not want this coming out. So they have brought overseas, like I said, this Mississippi equipment, but they are letting them come through. This is money. Money, money. My niece, she had a baby. I know that Dr. Thompson studied her baby. And that baby has been adopted off in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But I know that baby has a line. She was held in that jail. She was coming off drugs. And by the way, I'm not on any drugs, so don't let people, you can see this. This is what they try to do to me. But anyway, she got real hot while she was in that jail. She was only 6 months pregnant. Dr. Thompson kept her in there 5 days. But guess what? He's the ER doctor at Baptist. He wound up sending her there after she about went into labor. And he went in there trying to develop the baby's lungs. He is just an ER doctor. He is not an OBGYN. He's nothing. He gave her medications to develop this baby's lungs, to make her have this baby. Now, she would have lost that baby, so that tells you he's trying to do something to that baby now. Dr. Thompson has sent this baby to Milwaukee, Wisconsin with a line on its spine. He was studying that baby vitro, and he's allowing other doctors to study this baby. They have let this equipment, like I said, using the equipment they have inside this courtroom in DeSoto County in that jail illegally, paying people like Jim Hood, Lieutenant Governor Reeves, Senator Wicker, making money. This is a profit. And like I said, there's when Jim Hood was saying there's 4 other senators involved and other states. So they just moved me on this electronic equipment and say I'm in a jail, and I'm not in any jail. They shouldn't hear me come into this equipment. There's stuff that comes with this phone that shouldn't. Like I said, satellite numbers. This phone, it shows, like on the Ghost app, these red balls, like it's ghost all around me, and it is not. It's like they move, sit right above my head. Okay, so it's a magnetic field, heavy magnetic field around me. It's accelerometers go crazy, and magnometers go crazy, and what was that other one? Thermometers and luxometers. I mean, they change numbers, so I'm hooked up to a lot of equipment, and they can't move it because of these implants. I've locked them in. So anyway, I'm gonna put this on YouTube for people to see.